the greatest comeback in the history of the National Football League.
21 years ago today, they played the Ice Bowl. This game will forever be known as the Fog Bowl.
The Manning Bowl.
Pickle juice.
Leon Lett got carried away.
That is a terrible call.
The greatest football game that I have ever seen.
You can't help but be so excited. You got two unbelievable quarterbacks playing at a spectacular level. And I think today it's going to come down to one of those two guys making one of those big-time plays that really changes your legacy and your future.
17 seconds. Down the middle to the end zone, and there it is! First 4-touchdown reception game in NFL playoff history.
It is not over yet.
13 seconds to go in the game, a 36-33 lead for Buffalo.
Where is the AFC Championship game next week? The Bills hope it's in Buffalo. The snap and the quick pass to Tyreek Hill has a couple of blockers in front of him. Driving upfield and gets all the way up to the 44-yard line. A gain of 19 yards, 8 seconds separating the Bills from hosting the AFC Championship game next Sunday at 3 p.m.
Gotta throw it right away, right now to someone in the middle.
Down the middle. Oh my goodness! Wow. Now it's trouble, and now with 3 seconds left, here comes Harrison Butker.
The kick is good! It's going overtime! A 49-yard field goal by Butker ties the game at 36 apiece.
Holy mackerel, what a game. What a game.
The Bills desperately need a red zone stop here. They have to force a field goal or the season is over.
Kansas City touchdown would end it. First and goal from the 8.
Looking to the end zone for the win! He caught it! Ball game! Chiefs to the championship game! One of the greatest duos in the history of the National Football League!
And so for the Houston Oilers, 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns, all 3 off of the arm of Warren Moon. And Houston now leads 35-3. The Oilers have really carved up the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo's first touchdown of the ball game comes with 8:52 left to go in the third. Right to throw. Down the side, all alone. Phoebe scores.
Now they're back in it at 35-17.
Right, nice touch, has another man open. Back pedaling into the end zone is Andre Reed. Still going for it at 4th and 5. Into the end zone, has a man, touchdown. Andre Reed, 18 yards, 4th and 5. You gotta love it, unless you're in Houston. 3:19 and counting, time remaining. Buffalo trailing by 4. Right to throw, end zone, touchdown. Andre Reed's 3rd touchdown of the ball game.
As at this point, that's the greatest comeback in NFL history. Down 35-3. Now as we head to commercial, the Bills are up 38-35 with a little more than 3 minutes remaining.
This is for the win. It will be a 31-yard field goal attempt. It is right down the middle.
The greatest comeback in the history of the NFL.
And the celebration begins in Buffalo.
And the reaction on the other side, considerably different. Up 35-3. What is there to say?
Down 32 points with 13 minutes and 19 seconds left to go in the third. And the Buffalo Bills have engineered an unbelievable wild card, come from behind, record-setting wild card playoff victory here at Rich Stadium.
One of the greatest games I've ever seen was the Monday Night Miracle, where the Miami Dolphins played the Jets.
In a first quarter dominated by the Dolphins. And they begin on the ground with Smith cut to the outside. And Lamar Smith has the first down. And then finally is still on his feet. He wasn't dragged down by Frost. He's going to go all the way from the 3-yard line on first down. They give it to Smith. Touchdown Miami.
And with a whole quarter to go, this game is over.
Wayne Throwback is going to pull it off. The Jets are going to come from behind. You will see.
Wanting a touchdown, lobbing into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
No, it's intercepted.
No, it's a touchdown. It was taken away by Coles.
I think the Dolphins have to be terminated.
First down and goal with 10:01 left in regulation. There is Testaverde off the play fake, a little crossing in the end zone, caught, touchdown. Jets only one win in their history, which began in 1960, in which they trailed by 20 or more points. This would be the biggest deficit ever overcome. Here's Benny going to the end zone. Can he make the catch? Yes! Fiedler, and he's going for 6 into the end zone, and wide open is Shepard. Touchdown Miami. Fake to Martin, then a dump, and it is juggled and caught by Jumbo Elliott. He's got it, yes. So we have reached the end of regulation. 3rd down and 5 from the 42. Intercepted by Coleman, and then he fumbles, and Miami's going to wind up getting the ball back. One more first down, and they'll be in field goal range from Marte. And that is picked off again by Coleman.
Down by Coleman.
And that time the play is dead at the 33-yard line because contact was made by Gadsden. Now you're looking at about a 40-yard field goal.
Good snap. Placement is down. The kick is away. John Hall has completed an improbable comeback by the New York Jets, who have knocked off the Miami Dolphins 40-37.
For most of the week, Joe kept his famous cool. But at an awards banquet in Miami 3 nights before the game, he boiled over.
I get up to the podium and a guy in the back of the room yells out, "Hey, Namath, we're gonna kick your you-know-what." And that just, it was just, no, wait a minute, I've been hearing that all week long. I got news for you, buddy. We're gonna win the game, I guarantee it. That's all there was to it.
Well, you've all read and heard all kinds of pregame dope during the week. I think one big sidelight has been Joe Namath. Namath has not been bashful this week, and he has said that the Jets are going to win. He doesn't even predict it. He said, "I guarantee a Jet victory." Namath, red hot. Everybody thought he'd get killed in this game. He has killed Baltimore so far.
And the Jets are champions in the football world.
We all felt in our hearts we could win this ball game, and it was all right for us that for the press to tell the world that the Baltimore Colts were the greatest.
Joe, you're king of the hill.
No, we're king of the hill. We got the team, brother.
Miami, Florida, on another beautiful January date. An excellent day for a top game.
Here we go, Dolphins, here we go.
But Miami's 8th playoff game in 12 seasons quickly became a nightmare.
Chandler comes to the 50, Chandler to the 45, the 40, Chandler at the 35, the 30, still on his feet, at the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
The visiting San Diego Chargers scored 24 unanswered points in the first quarter. Miami began the long climb back from the 24-point deficit.
Hard throw. The Orange Bowl has gone from stunned silence in the first quarter when the Dolphins were down 24-0 to absolute mayhem. No team in National Football League playoff history has come back to win from a 24-0 deficit. Touchdown Miami as the first half comes to an end. Dan Fouts boxes out. He's going to run. Now he throws. There's a man open. James Brooks, touchdown San Diego with 59 seconds to play. Sports fans, we are tied up at 38 all. It is already in the books as the highest scoring playoff game ever, the 76 points.
After 74 minutes, the game came down to a field goal.
This one might do it. Ed Luther holds. It is up, and the game is over. The San Diego Chargers win with almost 14 minutes of overtime played. A 29-yard field goal by Rolf Benerschka. And the Chargers move on to the AFC Championship game.
Welcome back to Texas Stadium, where the air temperature is over 100 degrees and the field temperature is reaching 200 degrees. Now, because of the heat, the Eagles training staff has given IVs to 2 Eagle players they felt might be susceptible to cramping and dehydration. Now, the Eagles have also brought along pickle juice. That's right, it's just off the supermarket shelf pickle juice. Now, there's no evidence to support that pickle juice does prevent cramping. The Eagles just say it does.
This is not the trap. This is McNabb back to screen it to Staley.
And Staley crosses the Dallas 20 down to about the 13-yard line. Stopped again by Woodson.
You know, Deuce Staley just looks quicker and fresher than the Dallas Cowboy defense.
McNabb retreats, pass complete to Staley. And Staley breaks one tackle. Staley to midfield, out of bounds.
I'll tell you, he's something.
Here's a
And he enjoys this as much as running the ball.
Staley is the deep back. And the handoff is to Deuce Staley. And he nudged it into the end zone for the Eagles' second touchdown.
The Eagles bench is in the shade now, and the Cowboys are still out in the sun. Now, before the game, we talked to Cowboys coach Dave Campo. He said this is something his team should be prepared for. Before the game, I pointed out to Troy Aikman that in the middle of the field, the temperature is 175 degrees. He shrugged it off and said, hey, just tell me what the temperature is in the end zone.
And this pass is picked off by Jeremiah Trotter. Touchdown at Philadelphia.
Well, it looks like the Cowboys have been getting too ready for the weather and not ready for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Isn't that
because they're taking it to them in every area you can take it to them.
And your trainers have been giving a lot of the guys pickle juice to prevent cramping and dehydration. Something you believe in?
Yeah, well, I do because it works, you know, so we're okay with it.
And now it'll be up to John Elway with 5:43 left. Elway to Winder to the 7. 3:23 left. Elway's got some running room and dives out to the 26-yard line. An 11-yard gain. Clock continues to run. Cleveland 20. Denver 13. Sewell. Oh, how did he hang on to it? Steve Sewell at the 48-yard line with 2:29 left. 22 yards on the play, and now Denver has itself in good field position. It's complete at the 40-yard line to Steve Watson. First down, Denver. Complete to Clint Sampson, or Mark Jackson it was. Mark Jackson, who had a couple of drops earlier. Jackson has a first down. Screen to Sewell, has blockers. He's inside the 15-yard line. Didn't go out of bounds. Clock continues to run. He'll run. Short of the first down at the 5, 3rd and 1. Touchdown, Mark Jackson.
Elway leads the Broncos 98 yards.
20-20. And now Cleveland says, we'll play you in overtime. This will be a 32-yard try. And it is good! The Denver Broncos have come from behind to win it in overtime on a 32-yard field goal by the now submerged Rich Karlis. John Elway and the Broncos are headed for Pasadena.
Playoff action this afternoon. The surprising Dallas Cowboys against the champions of the NFC West, the Atlanta Falcons.
Bartkowski, his 33rd touchdown pass of the season. William Andrews, his second scoring strike reception. 24-10. The Cowboys are down by 14 points.
Although the Falcons were the Cinderella team, it was the Cowboys who were dancing toward midnight.
Second down and about 1 yard to go for the first down. The ball is inside the 15-yard line. Stops, looks, and gives an indication, throws into the end zone. A touchdown for the Dallas Cowboys.
Drew Pearson's spectacular touchdown catch narrowed the lead to 3 points, 27-24. With 49 seconds remaining, the savior of the season wore number 11.
Usually it's Roger Staubach. He is retired. Danny White is in there. Here comes the Cowboy. Danny White dropping back. And throws to Drew Pearson. And he has got a touchdown. Touchdown, Drew Pearson in the end zone. And Drew Pearson, number 88, comes down with his second consecutive touchdown catch. How quickly the fates of this football game have turned.
The Dallas Cowboys with an amazing come-from-behind victory.
The Minnesota Vikings were far-sighted enough to bring their own weather to the NFC playoff game.
A 2-year drought ended. Given such conditions,
only a team for all seasons could win.
H2O doused the Rams' fire, for the all-pervasive downpour could not have been more damaging to the Rams' style of play. The cleverly camouflaged Vikings, who would be at home playing in quicksand, squirted to a 14-0 lead.
The Vikings were suddenly hanging on for their playoff lives.
Hey, don't give up no touchdown!
Only 7 seconds remained.
But alas, they fell full 7 short to retreat in defeat from a field of mud.
The Jets gave you that one moment of glory, but a lot of pain over the years. The Mud Bowl was horrible.
The Jet quarterback suffered the stings and arrows of the killer bees. 3 sacks, 5 interceptions.
Intercepted. Glenn Blackwood at the 43 of Miami. And this is McNeil, dropped for a loss. A.J. Dewey.
On this muddy day, the ace in the Dolphins' defensive deck was A.J. Dewey.
Todd intercepted by Dewey. A.J. Dewey at the 48 of New York.
And number 77 had the game of a lifetime.
Pass deflected, intercepted. Dolphins got a touchdown. Intercepted, into the end zone goes A.J. Dewey.
And it's Miami and Washington in the Super Bowl.
Tight end Pete Metzelaars caught 2 scoring passes as both teams combined for more than 1,000 yards of offense.
Young down the middle and wide open. Wall Taylor breaking tackles. He'll go all the way for a touchdown. No fumble, get across the goal line.
For the first time in league history, neither team attempted a punt, and it was Thurman Thomas's go-ahead fourth-quarter score that helped the Bills outlast the 49ers.
31-27 San Francisco. Thurman Thomas breaks free, touchdown! Thurman Thomas scoring from 11 yards out, and Buffalo has the lead 33-31.
Both teams have moved the ball and put up the points that everybody thought they were going to.
In one of the most hostile environments in this league, Arrowhead Stadium, Peyton Manning looked like he was sunning himself sipping lemonade on the beach somewhere.
James, a huge hole, touchdown! Edgerrin James slams in from 11. 2nd and goal. Fake to James. The toss wide open. Touchdown Lipinski. It's Holmes setting up about it. And he has 1 touchdown. He has 2 touchdowns. 27, an all-time mark in the regular season, and 2 here today.
So for the second time in 8 years, the Colts are heading to the AFC Championship game, and in both cases, they had to come in and beat a 13-3 Kansas City team at Arrowhead Stadium, and the first time was a low-scoring 10-7 game. Today, an all-out shootout.
Marvin Harrison and the rest of this Indianapolis team not punting for 2 consecutive playoff games.
The last time the thousands gathered here, their mission was survival. Well, 56 weeks after Hurricane Katrina, everything's changed about New Orleans. But as thousands gather back in here for the first time since, they gathered back in here with the real purpose of why this building, this great building with so many memories, was built 3 decades ago. To enjoy a big-time, good old-fashioned Southern football game with a couple undefeated teams playing for the league in the NFC South. Quite simply, tonight is the most significant New Orleans Saints game ever.
There's no way you can tell me that you don't have a lump in your throat right now.
Look out, right through! A pick block by Steve Gleason. It is scooped and scored by Curtis DeLoach. Touchdown, New Orleans!
Everybody thought that the wave of emotion would come in with the Saints. If you were the Falcons, the first thing you had to be afraid of is being swept away in that particular wave of motion. That is exactly what happened now. And for those people who look to the New Orleans Saints as something that will uplift them, uplift this city, uplift the entire Gulf region, they just had it. You can say it's a football game for the Atlanta Falcons. But for people in here and people watching and root for the Saints, it's more than a football game.
I can't split this ball up 500,000 ways. I can't do that. I can't cut it up into 500,000 pieces, all right, to give to everybody in this city. But this game ball is going to everybody in this city. This city is getting this game ball from our organization, this team. This game ball is going to the city of New Orleans.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the winter wonderland that is Foxborough Stadium. Tonight, the Patriots against the Oakland Raiders in the AFC semifinals, and the snow is coming down in Foxborough and will come down throughout this evening.
Steps up, gonna run it, inside the 5, touchdown!
Touchdown! Tom Brady runs in for a touchdown with 7:52 to play in the football game. And the Patriots are back in it.
First down from the 42. Blitz. Lost the football. It's on the ground, covered by the Raiders.
His college teammate, Charles Woodson, on the blitz.
They are going to, under 2 minutes, review whether or not Brady's arm was in motion or whether it's an incomplete pass or a fumble.
The quarterback's arm was going forward. It is an incomplete pass.
Considering that this is a playoff game and with everything at stake, that is one of the worst calls in the history of the sport.
And so we are going to get Adam Vinatieri with a chance to tie the game.
This is the Patriots season on the line. The kick is away. It is good.
Given new life by a ridiculous official's call, the Patriots have tied the game at 13.
And we're going to overtime. And now they've driven down the field and put Adam Vinatieri and the Patriots in position to win. Snap, ball down. Kick is up. Patriots win! Patriots win! Patriots win in overtime! 16-13! And it's a mob scene on the snowy field of Foxborough. Oh, baby! We're going to the AFC Championship game. How about that?
Packers are on the march, trailing by 6, 13-7. Last home win against the Bears was in December of '83. Throws, touchdown! Sterling Sharp, but a penalty marker is down. Mikowski was over the line of scrimmage when he let it go. They're reviewing the tape right now, and you can take a look yourself.
The line of scrimmage was the 14-yard line, and I don't know. I think we got to take a look at this because his right foot was on the 15 when he let it go. Remember, the 14-yard line is the line of scrimmage.
Well, the game will hinge on this call.
And this place is going to go crazy if they reverse it.
Well, this is the first time that the game actually hinges on that one call.
The replay officials are up in the booth next to us looking at this on these two televisions you see there. But I don't care what size screen you're looking at, that appears to be a touchdown.
To further review, we have a reversal. Touchdown.
And it's 14-13 after a reversal of an official's call.
John Harbaugh, Jim Harbaugh, the Ravens, the 49ers, brother versus brother, AFC versus NFC, East versus West, and it all collides today in Super Bowl 47.
Finally, we've been here all week and we're ready for some action. And Flacco heaves it down the field, open as Jones catches his on his back, he can get up. Jones makes the shift, Jones to the end zone, and he's in for the score. What a play by Jacoby Jones.
Mr. Long Distance has struck again. Woohoo!
And there's going to be a run back from 9 deep for Jacoby Jones. And look at him go. Jones is past the 50, and he is flying inside the 20, and a kickoff return, 109 yards and a touchdown, an all-time record.
How's that for having fun in the Big Easy? Wow. 14:49 to play third quarter, and it's 28-6 Ravens. Why is the clock stopped?
Ooh, you know, it was kind of, I don't know what to think. It was just crazy.
With 13:28 left in the third quarter, and somehow a massive outage of power in New Orleans Superdome has put this game on hold.
We're going to win this game no matter how long it takes.
No matter how long it takes.
There's no weapon. Not even a power outage.
No question this game or this delay is going to affect in some way the momentum of this game.
The 49ers scored 3 touchdowns in a little over 12 minutes.
And now the 49ers Super Bowl will come down to fourth down. 4th and goal at the 5.
Lofts it in the air. No flag, incomplete.
Ray Lewis and the defense deliver and stop the 49ers at the 5. And the Ravens beat the 49ers by 3 points. It's John Harbaugh over Jim Harbaugh. The Ravens over the 49ers. And for a second time, the Baltimore Ravens are Super Bowl champions of the world.
Welcome to the Meadowlands, where brotherly love will be put on hold tonight. Peyton Manning against Eli Manning. What's been dubbed the Manning Bowl. Colts, Giants. And how unusual would a matchup like this be? Well, in 87 seasons in the National Football League, counting this afternoon, 12,183 games have been played. Never has a brother started against a brother at quarterback. Guy is the running back. They fake it to him. Manning's going to roll under pressure. Throws, caught. Clark, touchdown. And it's the first touchdown of the game. Eli going deep. Tipped by Burris. Back to himself for the touchdown. He does it again. So it's a jump ball, and Burris wins it to get the Giants right back in the game. Eli stepping up, floats one, caught, touchdown, Shockey.
He got Shockey involved.
Fumble. Barber. And before he can gain control of it, the Colts come up with it. 2nd and goal. And it will be Rhodes who is able to angle in. Peyton and the Indianapolis Colts are able to capitalize on the turnover, and that's the way it will end, with Peyton Manning throwing for 276 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Eli Manning, 247 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. But Peyton gets the W.
It was as beautiful a day for football as you could hope for. Truly, truly beautiful sunlight. So we go to commercial, and Bradshaw says, "Hey, Michaels, you're not going to believe what I'm seeing out there. It's a horror movie."
I mean, it was the strangest thing you've ever seen. This bank of fog just fell into the stadium. It looked like this thing came up like a blanket and this.
And all of a sudden, the next thing you know, it just got bigger and it got wider and it consumed everything.
Cunningham evidently fired into the fog and was picked off that time by the Bears.
And he'll throw. Not sure whether it was caught or not. Sanders goes right and disappears in the haze.
Cunningham on 1st and 10 with no huddle. He fires the left side and it's intercepted, I believe. I can't see. I cannot see him. There is jubilation on the sidelines and on the field and in the stands. I could only tell it was intercepted by the roar of the crowd.
There's no rhyme, reason, or explanation why it came and why as soon as the game was over, it went away.
Heavens have opened up here in downtown Charlotte. Look at the water now coming into Bank of America Stadium.
It's draining from the top level onto the bottom level all the way around this stadium. That field got absolutely soaked.
On our side of the field, which is we're on the Carolina Panthers sideline here, it looks like a pond.
He's hit from the back. Still finds Olsen out of the backfield. Steve, I'm surprised these two teams aren't just taking a knee at this point, getting out of here.
It's 3 feet deep of water in the front row, and there's a guy taking a bath.
Now, field conditions figure to be a huge factor more than anything else now over the final 2 quarters, as the heavens have completely opened up. And I'm not sure even the best drainage system that an NFL stadium could present would make any difference. The rain has been coming down in a torrential downpour here for about 60 minutes. Missed the snap again. It's recovered by the Jaguars.
The field is literally an island here at Bank of America Stadium. There is at least 6 inches of water all the way around it.
Baker's kick inside the 5, off the hands of Munnerlyn and into the end zone.
As it is right now, the benches are almost underwater.
The coldest New Year's Eve in the history of Green Bay, Wisconsin, to witness the 1967 NFL championship game.
I mean, it was hard. It was like playing on a frozen pond. You know, it was slicker than snot on a doorknob.
Why can't they play the championship game at a warm weather site? Because we've still got a sellout crowd here at Lambeau Field, that's why. The temperature at game time, we remind you, is 14 degrees below zero.
3rd down, inches to go to Bader. 17-14, Cowboys out in front. Packers trying for the go-ahead score. Starr begins the count. Takes the snap. He's got the quarterback sneaking. He's in for the touchdown, and the Packers are out in front. And the Green Bay Packers
And this has become a memorable Thanksgiving Day game. Will it go in the win column to Dallas or Miami? Stoyanovich will decide it. Doug Peterson to hold. Blocked. The Cowboys will win.
Wait a minute. A Dallas player touched the ball, and then the Dolphins went on and recovered it.
It's on the 1-yard line. It's not in the end zone. It's in the 1-yard line.
It's Leon Lett. No!
Oh, my goodness gracious. Leon Lett runs into the middle of a pile trying to recover the ball, kicks it. Miami recovers it. I think they get another shot.
This is Miami's ball.
The game should have ended, but for some reason, Leon Lett feels like he's got to cover the ball.
The field goal was touched beyond the line by the receiving team. The kicking team then recovered the ball in the field of play and slid into the end zone. However, since the ball was still a kick, it's down when the kicking team recovered the ball. The kicking team gets awarded the ball at the spot in the field of play, first down.
19 yards. He makes it. Miami goes home with a miracle win. The Dolphins pull it out. Jimmy Jones had the block, but a mistake by Leon Lett. He touches it, sets it up for Stoyanovich, who hammers it home.
They start every film session with special teams. That's how much Jimmy Johnson emphasizes special teams. It almost won him the game. It cost him the game.
The temperature in greater Cincinnati has dropped to 9 below, with winds out of the northwest gusting at 35 miles per hour. We're talking a wind-chilled 59 degrees below zero. And frankly, folks, you've got to be crazy, nuts, to be out there today.
We're going to find out how resourceful these two teams are in combating this cold.
Third and about 2.5. Faust going for it all to Joyner. Intercepted by Breeden at the 5-yard line.
The Bengal defense frustrated San Diego as often as the wind and the chill.
Going to be intercepted. Oh, it was not. That ball just died out there.
The only thing that warmed the Bengals was the anticipation of victory.
Anderson going to throw. Touchdown, Don Bass. And now they know.
The Bengals had faced the elements without blinking. They were the champions of the AFC.
The snow, wind, and freezing temperatures made footing treacherous. Now, with 4:10 left in a scoreless tie, in one of the most infamous moments in professional football, enter the Foxborough Brushmen, who cleared the path to victory in what is now known as the Snowplow Caper. New England's winning field goal attempt was made easier.
Smith comes to the ball. There is the boot. It's flying downfield, and it's good. Patriots lead. John Smith puts it through and makes it Patriots 3, Dolphins nothing.
This improbable, epic 3-0 victory over the future American Conference champions sent the Patriot spirit soaring.
And the Dolphins are hopping mad about it.
This defeat could cost us the home field advantage in the playoffs, in every game of the playoffs. And that kind of thing should not occur as a result of somebody putting a snowplow run by a convict with a day off from prison out onto the field to give special advantage to the home team.
November 27, 1966, the Washington Redskins beat the New York Giants 72-41 in the highest scoring game in league history.
Number 25, A.D. Whitfield, scored 3 of the first 4 Washington touchdowns. The defense scored 2. The Redskins scored on controlled drives or on one swift blow. It wasn't even safe to punt. It was a team effort with fine individual performances. When it was all over, the Redskins and Giants had shattered the record book. It was fun for everyone but the New York Giants on a day the sky rained football.
The Western champion Chiefs against the Eastern champion Miami Dolphins.
It went on and on and on.
Ed Podolak played the greatest game of his young career.
Dawson dropping back, wants to throw, first and goal, complete. Podolak, right side, 12-5, touchdown!
Ed Podolak rolled up 350 yards in total offense, Bob Greasy kept bringing the Dolphins back.
Under pressure, Eli throws right, throws, touchdown. We have got ourselves a tie football game.
They had lots of opportunities to score and to put the game away.
The kick is in the air, and it is wide to the right side. So good.
Kansas City and Miami were now participants in only the 4th sudden death overtime in pro football history.
The snap, kick is in the air, and it is good.
In the longest pro football game ever played, Miami had defeated Kansas City.
So here we are on the 3rd day of January, and there's no place on earth the New York Jets would rather be than on the banks of Lake Erie here at chilly old Cleveland Stadium, playing the Browns in the AFC semifinal.
First down and 10. McNeil.
Gonna throw.
Yo, back to the quarterback. He can throw it again. Walker. Lateral. Man is open. Wesley Walker. And he's got the ball for a Jet touchdown. Ozar looking deep at Slaughter. Downfield. Fontenot's open.
5 touchdown Browns. And the Browns go 98 yards in 6 plays.
The Jets still without a turnover. Raymond McNeil breaks it, and he's going in.
The Jets are going to win this football game. The Jets are going to the AFC Championship.
80,000 here at Cleveland Stadium stunned. And the Browns need 2 scores just to tie the game. They need a touchdown and a field goal to tie the game with just 4:14 to play. Kevin Mack is in standing up. Browns, if they can get the ball back and get in field goal range, could send it to overtime. Right now, looking to get in field goal range, Kosar. Backpedaling, long ball, Webster Slaughter. He's got the ball. He's down to the 5-yard line.
And here comes Mark Mosley on.
Snap and set down, kick on the way.
Remarkable.
It's up and good. And the Browns, with 7 seconds to play, rally back and tie the game, and we're going to go to overtime.
The spot will be at the 13 for the Mosley field goal attempt.
This will end it.
Kick is up. No good. Wide to the right. Wide to the right. And the Jets are still alive.
And the first overtime period is over and out.
This game is now over 4 hours long.
Well, they have come downfield and put themselves in position once again to win it.
Snap and set down, and the game is history.
A double overtime, 23-20 Browns victory.
All of a sudden, things just went pew.
The lights and the sound system all went dead. The clocks went dead. So you kind of knew immediately something was wrong.
And we have a pause on the field.
As many of you are aware, we are experiencing some ongoing power issues in the San Diego at Buffalo contest.
I was on the phone with the league, and the decision was made to basically go back to old school football and play the game.
I went to talk to both coaches, told them exactly what we were going to do. We were keeping the game clock on the field.
Well, it was just quiet. It was really a surreal atmosphere. There was no music being piped in, no headsets, no PA. We're just managing it the best we could.
All right, now listen guys, the headsets are out, everything's out, so I'm getting the personnel, I'll give it to you when I get it from the sidelines and then the play, okay?
It was like old-time football. There's no scoreboard, there's no replay. It was shocking that there were a number of fans who said that they really enjoyed it.
It was really, really nice to work a football game the way we used to play. It was just simple kids playing in a park. You know, maybe one day when we have those throwback games, maybe we'll do that. Let's have no technology. Do it like we used to, you know, live.
It was the 11th week of the season, and the New York Jets, under the command of Lord Fu Manchu Joe Namath, were in the Oakland Coliseum. And the Jets had the lead with 1 minute 5 seconds left. The network televising the game made the classic blunder. NBC turned off the uncompleted game in favor of a kiddie special called Heidi.
There were 10,000 phone calls of complaint to New York NBC alone. So many, the telephone switchboards blew out their fuses. NBC apologized for the error, but by then, Oakland had scored 2 touchdowns in the last minute. Oakland had beaten New York. The fans who missed it could not be consoled.
In the 1934 championship game, the New York Giants defeated George Halas's Chicago Bears. And they did it because they took off their football cleats and put on Abe Cohen's magic shoes.
We couldn't find a sporting goods store in New York that was open. We had an assistant clubhouse man named Abe Cohen with us who also worked for Manhattan College. We put him in a taxi cab and sent him up to Manhattan College to get the shoes for the basketball team, the sneakers for the basketball team.
There had been some damp weather, and the field was icy. The ice was thick, but we got the jump on them. And then we saw them changing shoes. They had gone out and gotten these sneakers. Right away, we sensed something was wrong because they had good footing. They'd end up beating us 30-13. And went in the ball game by wearing the sneakers.
Good afternoon, football fans from Yankee Stadium. It's the Colts against the New York Giants for the National Football League Championship. The crowd expected to reach 70,000 to witness this championship tilt here this afternoon.
Sudden death has never been invoked in previous world title games. Whether or not it will today, we don't know.
Number 19, Johnny Unitas, will be at quarterback. 6'1", 190 pounds, 25 years old in his third year. Well, we've seen some fumbles and some pass interceptions here in the first half. It's the Baltimore Colts 7, the New York Giants 3. Unitas takes to Amici, throws down in the end zone, and it's a touchdown. Mayberry.
Well, the New York Giants have fired back into the ball game after trailing 14-3 at halftime. Connolly back to throw. First and 10 from the 15. Throws, hits, and it's good to Gifford. And Gifford goes in for the score. Gifford scores, and New York goes in front. New York leads 17-14. Myra's going to kick from the 19, which would tie it up and send it into sudden death. There's the kick, and the kick by Myra is good, and the game is tied with 7 seconds to go, 17-17. And we're going to see the first application in history of the sudden death rule.
Unitas has been sensational here this afternoon.
It's 3rd and 1 yard to go for the championship. Brother, this is one for the books.
Unitas takes, he gives to Amici, and the ball game is over. Alan Amici has scored the touchdown, and the Baltimore Colts are the professional football champions of the world.
It was the game that attracted a lot of people who had never followed professional football before and transformed the NFL into a national passion.
The greatest football game that I have ever seen.
And now it's time to play football. The 3-time Super Bowl MVP, Tom Brady, who has virtually every record for a quarterback during Super Bowl play, is out guiding this offense. You think he's fired up, pumping the fist and yelling on the sideline before this Super Bowl start. End zone pass is caught for the touchdown, Austin Hooper. Falcons overload the right side of the Patriots offensive line. Pass is picked, intercepted. Robert Alford, he's gone. There are no flags, and the Falcons add to their lead. Alford with a pick six. 82 yards on the return by Robert Alford. And this young defense on the biggest stage, shutting down Tom Brady.
Can the Patriots defense make a stop?
Here is Coleman, end zone, touchdown.
8:31 to play in the third, and our new score, Falcons 28, New England 3.
I think Dan Quinn is perfectly happy, allowing them to drive the football and take time off the clock, and they've done a good job not giving up big plays.
Now they'll throw, pass is caught, that's White, touchdown. First touchdown of the game for New England. They get the touchdown, and Gostkowski misses the extra point.
28-12, 8:48 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Gets hit, ball is out. This is a fumble. New England has it. Hightower knocked it out. And Branch recovers for the Patriots.
You've given New England a chance on a short field. We got a ball game now.
Brady, end zone touchdown. Amendola.
Pats will go for 2, 5:56 to go here in the fourth.
A direct snap, and it's good. James White, 8-point game. The lead was a 1 point, 25 points for Atlanta. Here's Edelman broken up, and the pass is no sign yet. Edelman comes down with a football, and they're saying it's a catch. And we'll get another look at this. Alford knocked it up into the air, and let's see who comes down with it. Oh, that's a catch.
Oh my God.
That's incredible. Handoff. Touchdown, James White. And now the biggest 2-point attempt in the history of the Patriots franchise. Pass, Amendola. Flag is down. Amendola's in. Amendola for 2.
Don't ever count Tom Brady out. The biggest lead was 25 points at 28-3 with under 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. The Patriots win Super Bowl 51 with a touchdown right here. Toss to White. He's in! Patriots win the Super Bowl! Brady has his 5th! What a comeback! New England overcame a 25-point deficit by scoring 31 unanswered points. And if there was any doubt coming into this game about Tom Brady and where he ranks, nobody's ever won more Super Bowls, nobody's ever been better.